Okay, quick garden tour. Well, not really quick, but it is June 29th, 2025. So we have these things here, of which I've put some herbs in. I need to really cut this dill and the parsley. And then the strawberries. The strawberries are pretty much at the end. Millie has come out here every day and eaten some. Then we have corn on the outside, which really needs to be weeded, but I've done enough weeding. Then on the outside here, we have sunflowers, some random peppers, and I tried my potatoes in laundry baskets this year. Every year I feel like they work, but I haven't gotten a decent harvest. And then there's a ton of volunteers that clearly we never dug up in the past, mixed in with some sunflowers. The asparagus, which is obviously done. On the outside, randomly, we have put some of the old grow bags that are really falling apart, but Adam put some pumpkins in them. They're all on the outside as well. Then the typical peppers in the buckets that we do. Over here, we have a Hubbard squash, as well as some pole beans that are gonna grow up. The garlic is just about done. We got the scapes out. So maybe just another week or two and this will be ready to pull. Then we have some eggplant with some pole beans in the middle. For some reason, our eggplant never does well. Not really sure why. But the pole beans are growing up. They're just gonna be a bunch in the middle there with some eggplants around the outsides. Then in this garden, this is some random sunflowers and all bush beans. We did bush beans and a random celery. Along the edge there, I just watered, so it looks kind of wilty, is a squash of some sort. It's either spaghetti squash or like these long Italian squashes, trumpet something that Adam wanted to grow, but all bush beans. Then another pepper plant. This is a tabletop tomato, so they're little orange tomatoes. Same similar bush beans, and along the back is spaghetti squash and or the long trumpet squash. Adam has his typical hot peppers on the outside of the garden, all along the outside. I'll have to get close in on some of these plants at one point in time, but then we've got sunflowers, and I had random eggplant that I'm going to see if they grow better in the grow bags. There's another pumpkin underneath. If you don't want to be in this, watch out. Oh, here, I'll go around this way. So that first bed has the garlic. In this second bed, this is pretty much all cucumbers and a Hubbard squash, but we did kind of like a TP trellis thing, so there's all cucumbers around the outside and another celery. These are sweet peppers. Oh, we have, look at this, moving too quickly, but we've got little baby shishitos. Okay, then in this bed is along the edges we have onions. And then these are all slicing tomatoes. So large, small, all of the slicers. Different colors, orange, all that. Then here are some more peppers. Another shishito. Same thing in this bed with the onions on the side, except these tomatoes are paste up until here, and then these second half is cherry tomatoes. This is our greens, which is pretty much a lot. Lettuce is pretty much done. Random volunteer tomatoes that we've let go. We had spinach, which is done, and I think bok choy, and then sacrificial of our kale from the Japanese beetles, I think. These were radishes that Adam just pulled, except for a random few. Pepper. Here is 2 more celery, and then I had a few parsley seeds that I put in there to see if we can get them to grow. Then in the middle bed over here, we've got beets. And then this is like all sorts of squash. So there's a sacrificial blue Hubbard, but then we've got like acorn squash, honey nut squash. Same thing, kind of like the cucumbers that we just kind of did like a TP trellis type thing. Peppers. Then in this last bed, this is like zucchini. So green squash and yellow squash. More pole beans. And then 1 tomatillo plant that Adam uses. He wants to use for the sauce and salsa. And then some more beets. And my carrots, which should be done soon. The front here are like fingerling carrots they're supposed to be, so like really tiny. I'm curious to see when those are going to be done. And then back here, so it's almost time. I feel like they were so little. So that's pretty much it. I should go into detail and show you some of these plants. This, I believe, is a honey nut squash. Adam has to come through, and we're starting to get squash bugs. A lot of people online are saying that they're finding squash bug eggs on the underneath of the leaves. Oh, let me show you. We've got some jalapenos on his hot pepper plant. Where is it? Hold on.
I don't know. She's doing a video right now.
See? Jalapeno. And then there was some on this starfish pepper. Those are like super hot. But lots of buds. And we're starting to get flowers on the tomato plants too. So hopefully we'll start getting tomatoes.